Hello my friends and fellow gamers, and welcome back to this Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode playthrough. My name is Blue, and I am joined by my companions Will, Astarion, and Lae'zel, and of course leading the charge we have Luna, the Druid Tiefling. In the previous episode we kind of made a mess of things here in the Githyanki Crèche, but to be fair, they kind of attacked us first. Anyways, we're going to continue exploring a little bit before we head out of the Crèche. So we are going to the western side of the Inquisitor's Chambers, where we see these two statues. And if we read them...
Lathander bids the setting sun a fond farewell.
So the setting sun a fond farewell. So we are going to need to rotate this one so that it faces westward.
The statue
However, it's jammed.
Its rusty mechanism jams stuck.
So, Astarion, darling, will you please reach into your pack and chuck a grease bottle onto this thing? Thank you. And so, let's go ahead and now try and turn it. It now moves because we've greased it up. So, it is now facing westward. I wonder which direction this one needs to face. Let's read the plaque.
Lathander blesses the rising bountiful sun.
Okay, so the rising sun, this one is going to need to face east. Ta-da! And now this door is now opened. Let's go ahead and open up the decorative barrels. And so between episodes, I looted the other room and I gave some of the characters some updated equipment. So Lae'zel, I have replaced her gloves. She used to have the Growling Underdog gloves. Now she has the gloves of Belligerent Skies. So whenever she deals thunder, lightning, or radiant damage, she will inflict 2 turns of reverberation, which should go very well with her Boots of Stormy Clamor. So I'm basically making her into a reverberation build. And none of her rings have changed. And Astarion, what did I give to him? I gave him the Strange Conduit ring. So while he is concentrating on a spell, so more often than not, he is concentrating on Hunter's Mark, his bow should deal an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage. I'm hoping the bow counts as a weapon attack. If not, I'll give it to someone else. I don't think anybody else got anything interesting. I don't think I gave anything new to Will. Nope. Okay, so let's go ahead and carry on through this newly opened door. Secret stairway.
Incredible. Completely untouched. It looks frozen in time.
Go ahead and take forever to bust down these energy sources. Would it be easier for Will to do Eldritch Blasts onto it? Oh, absolutely. So I'm going to have him... Actually, I don't even think he needs to sneak. But he's going to go forward and try and find all of these energy sources so that the rest of the gang can safely cross the room. So this energy source is what was powering the trap that we just saw. So that was powering that trap right there. And now this trap right here is being powered... Why am I in turn-based mode? Is being powered by this crystal right here. Come on, I know you can reach it. If the camera will cooperate with me. Please. Thank you. Perfect. So everybody should be able... See? It's now safe.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Why did it blast Will? The trap is disarmed. Oh, jeez. Why did it kill my entire party? I disarmed that trap. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. What the heck? So I wonder, can I go to camp real quick and just have Withers revive them? Because I can just steal my money back from Withers, and I think Withers revives them with, like, full health. That was really scary. I don't know why the traps were continuing to go off.
Fate.
Okay, blah,
dost
blah,
thou
blah.
require a new ally?
Several of my companions have fallen. Please
Then
resurrect
thou
them.
must return
Blah, blah,
with the
blah. I
proper
have your
payment.
payment. Resurrect everybody
This is
for
the
600
price of
gold.
balance.
Thank you.
Well counted. I recommend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
by
And I'm gonna steal that gold
doom
back
and
off
dust
camera.
I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
Yeah, I've genuinely no idea why those traps were continuing to go off. If anybody can tell me, please enlighten me. All right, so all my companions are back. They've lost all of their buffs, sadly. So let me re-long strider them at least. So yeah, so they lost the Morning Lord's Radiance and the Bless that the that our Guardian gave us. So that's really sad. Okay, so I'm just gonna have Astarion dismantle all of these traps. No, shoot! I did not mean to take a short rest. I wanted to go into turn-based mode.
Over there.
Did he have the Gloves of Thievery on this entire time? That's sad. Okay, so all of those are dismantled, so no more accidents should happen. Let's give him his proper gloves back. Yeah, I don't think there was anything that I missed. There should have just been those 2 energy crystals. Whatever. Unless it's different in honor mode and that just doesn't work? Question mark? No matter. We're not going to let it upset us. We're just going to continue on and insert our Dawn Master's crest, if we can find it in this jumbled inventory right here, into the crest panel. Nice. So we've got a very pretty mace that I honestly think I will give to Luna. Unfortunately, that means that her strength goes back to being pitiful, but it is a really nice weapon. So let's go ahead and equip the Blood of Lathander. So I might start having her drink Hill Giant strength elixirs, just so that she won't be completely useless with this weapon. Because she has no strength. So yeah, so I'm gonna figure out how I can stock up on Hill Giant strength elixirs. For right now, I'll just chug the one that I've got. And I'll figure it out later. But yeah, that's a super cool weapon. So with that, let's go ahead and carry on back.
Guarded treasure. Good job we got past those protections.
High risk, high reward. This relic must be something special.
This would be a really good weapon for a cleric, so if Shadowheart were still in my party, or if she were ever in my party, really, I'd probably give it to her. Maybe on my next playthrough. Alright, so back into the Inquisitor's chambers, and on to the rest of the Crèche, making our mad dash to safety. I'm sure everything's going to be just fine. And honestly, Luna will just preemptively wild shape into an owlbear. And I'm going to have Lae'zel just lead the charge through the Crèche. Oh, hey, look, a welcoming party. Alright, so let's go ahead and have Lae'zel jump into the fray. And then she will Booming Blade. Yeah, let's just start getting bodies off the field. She will Booming Blade one of the wolves. Perfect. And then... why don't I have an extra attack? Oh, because my bonus action was to jump. Right. Also, why did all of this get messed up? 1 second.
I've missed this.
Astarion will just kind of creep up. And he will put a level 1 Hunter's Mark onto the wolf to the far left. And then he will do a sneak attack. He won't do a sneak attack. He'll just do a regular attack on the other wolf. He will do his Dread Ambusher shot onto the wolf he has Hunter's marked. Okay, good. It does look like the ring of whatever the heck he's got. What's it called? Strange Conduit ring. That looks like it's doing the work. That's good. Alright, perfect. So the wolves are down. And yeah, he's just going to kind of stay back there. The Raider does a trip attack on Lae'zel. She saves from that. We see a rally going off. Psionic Backlash. I didn't think Lae'zel could drop her weapon. Yeah, she can. Good, because it's a bound weapon. So Will is just going to kind of tuck himself over here onto the side. And I haven't used Hex in a while, so let's go ahead. I might actually be dropping Hex soon, because I think there are just stronger spells for him to be concentrating on. No, I don't want to lose her loot, so let's take that off. Both blast right into the Kithrak. Lovely, for a total of, what is that, 28 damage, roughly? If I could do that mental math quickly enough. The Ardent, Misty Steps, very close to the edge, and does a Psychic Rend onto Luna. Luna is going to go ahead and do a Crushing Flight. And knocks the Kithrak prone. So she claws for 22 damage, and claws again for 19 damage. Lae'zel, let's see, 36 and 8 versus 41. Yeah, they're both about the same, but let's go ahead and go to the Ardent and Booming Blade. And then hit. And then hit. Yeah.
No time to waste.
There's blood in the air.
Astarion is going to sneak attack melee. Perfect. And then sneak forward a little bit. Reapply his Hunter's Mark. And he will send a second shot into the Raider. Perfect. Trip attack on Astarion. He succeeds that. And charms the Raider. So he attacks Luna instead. Will is going to... I don't think he'll be able to get into line of sight. Yes, he can. First, let's go ahead and reapply a Strength Hex. And then Eldritch Blast. Okay, so one of them hits for I'm not sure how much damage because all the numbers are on top of each other.
Breathing, despite everything.
Luna, I don't think she'll be able to get there. Oh, yes, she can. Crushing Flight is amazing. Holy cow.
Oh, enough waiting.
Alright, so
Crave
Lae'zel. I'm so upset that I accidentally hit the short rest button when I didn't mean to. I don't think the wolves have anything on their bodies. Does the Ardent have anything good on him? Somewhat. Kithraki, I think, has what I want. Yes, the Soulbreaker Greatsword. And so, when wielded by a Githyanki, it does an additional 1 to 4 psychic damage, and I have a +2 to initiative bonuses. To initiative rolls. And since Lae'zel already has alert, Lae'zel should be going first, like 99% of the time. So, heck yeah. And let's put that weapon on. And let's remember to rebind it. Perfect. And let's get Lae'zel, and where is Astarion? Right here.
Careful, I bite.
I'm just going to heal them both up a little bit. Okay. So bummed that I accidentally wasted that short rest.
Action, not reaction.
Okay, so Lae'zel is going to continue leading the charge through the rest of the Crèche. I'm actually now wondering if I can give Lae'zel the Periapt of Wound Closure, because drinking a potion is a bonus action, and so in order to proc this, she would need to be healed by someone, and I don't have a healer in the party. So I'm going to unequip that, and I am instead going to give her this. Luna, take it off.
And well, in it.
Really? Okay, well I will do this after Luna ends her wild shape, so in the meantime she can keep it on. I mean, it could... Nah, I'll keep that on. But yeah, so hopefully I remember to do that swap. Alright, so I think this was where the carnage was. Was it? Oh no, this was just her quarters in general. So is there anything of interest here? Some Githyanki orders. Let's go ahead and read that. We see a map of the Shadow-Cursed lands, which is the place that we're going to next.
A map of the Sword Coast. My people have scouted well beyond the temple.
Anything in the backpack? Nope. And these are the halflings that we saw outside of the monastery a couple episodes ago. An Inquisitor's Prerogative, a reminder. Go ahead and pause and read if you would like. And yeah, let's continue on our merry way. Decorated barrel. Couple of great swords, which I can use to sell.
Found and taken.
What I wouldn't give for a good rest about now.
Oh, shush, Will. Alright, so over here, I think we are immediately going to be thrown into combat. Yep. Alright, Lae'zel is going to Misty Step into the fray. And I think I'm gonna have... Oh, nope, stay crouched. I think I'll have Astarion Misty Step into the fray also. Or at least closer to the fray. I really can't see. Oh, because Luna's chonky butt.
Does this count as adventuring?
Okay, so Misty Step inside. Oh, he's exceeded that hiding. Let's quickly get off a sneak attack. Okay.
Keeping quiet.
And then Will. I'm not going to have him Misty Step. I'm just going to have him sneak as far in as he can. Okay. And then finally Luna, with all the grace of this giant owl bear form. Okay, so Lae'zel is going to turn around and Booming Blade. And smack. And yeah, we'll have her action surge. Okay. So that is one of the Githyanki down.
Let's have some carnage.
Astarion. Yeah, his little Dread Ambusher shot. We'll put that onto the Quarter Mistress. Yeah, we'll sneak attack that. And we'll just have him hold right here. From the high ground, the Raider does a trip attack on Luna. That misses. Another shot, a critical miss. A rally on the Raider. Trip attack on Lae'zel. She saves that. And then a miss on Lae'zel. More rallying going out. An attack on Astarion that misses, so he will charm them. Attempt to, at least. They save from it. And then 19 damage going out to Astarion. Hold person on Lae'zel. And then a missed attack, which I thought was guaranteed to be a critical. Thank goodness. Okay.
Making my move.
So this is a concentration, right? Yeah, let's see if we can break that concentration. So let's reapply a Hex. And then send 2 Eldritch Blasts into the Quarter Mistress. Oh, both of them missing. Okay, no worries. We are going to do a Crushing Flight right there. Okay, and then smack the Quarter Mistress. And then smack the Warrior. Yeah. Luna is so good at this. I love playing her so much. Lae'zel is going to hop up to the high ground and start taking care of the people up here.
Shall we cut and run?
Astarion will do a sneak attack melee and takes him out. Then he just scooches up a little bit and sends out a ranged attack onto Raider Adath for, what was that, 13 damage, and I forgot to reapply Hunter's Mark. Trip attack on Luna, she saves it, but does take 14 damage. And then a shot misses Astarion, so he sends back a charm that he saves from. They try and shove Lae'zel to no success. Trip attack on Luna, she saves from it, but takes 20 damage. A range attack, she takes 19 damage. So she is eating so much damage. She's doing a great job at that. We'll have Will scooch up a little bit and put a Strength Hex onto Raider Adath. And then send up 2 Eldritch Blasts. Perfect, for a total of a lot of damage. I don't feel like adding that in my head.
What now?
Luna... Crushing Flight up top. This camera, oh my god, I was like inside of I don't know what I was inside of, but it was really funny. I didn't quite jump far enough. So we'll just hold our ground here. Lae'zel will just jump up to the high ground. And we'll Booming Blade. That sadly misses. And then she puts out quite a bit of damage.
Go for the throat.
Astarion is going to come up beside Luna. And he will remember to reapply... Nope. Why... What am I Who is carrying my concentration? Whatever. Perfect. Alright. And then Lae'zel is going to loot everything in this room. Crossbow of Arcane Force. What is that? Just a crossbow with a fancy name. Down here there's a bunch of stuff. Short swords, long swords, and an elegant chest. And she is stuck behind all of this stuff. And again, we see a crossbow and a grease bottle, along with some alcohol. Ith Bank. I'll have her climb up just to see what's beyond. We see a heavy chest over here. Alright, a short bow, Githyanki short sword, a barrel, a pouch, and a Githyanki short sword. Awesome. Raider Adath. We grab all of his stuff. And I think more excitingly, I'm eager to see what the Quartermistress has on her bodies. Okay, so she has the Gloves of Dexterity on her. Amulet of Branding, what was that? Nah. Okay. So, funnily enough, Lae'zel is the one encumbered. I'll give some of this stuff to Luna. But the Gloves of Dexterity I'm going to give to Will. And I already mentioned I plan on respeccing him, and so being able to have his Dexterity set to 18 is going to free up some of the point allocations, so I can give him higher wisdom and intelligence. But that'll come a little bit later.
Indolence breeds madness.
Alright, there's so much stuff back here. Let's grab the food. Let's raid the chests. And I'm not going to bother opening up every single one of these trunks. Let's get the crew back together. And actually, I might leave the boys here.
Defender of the people.
Because they might be able to come in the back way and attack the back way. Yeah, because up here... Yeah, so I'm going to have them stay there for now.
Things have stayed interesting.
I will use some lunar mending on Luna.
Blackets will be done.
And she and Lae'zel are going to creep their way forward. I don't particularly care about the hatchery, so I don't even think I'm going to bother looking in there. And we'll get to the classroom after we kind of clear out this area. Let's get Luna in combat. Let's see if we can get the boys into combat.
Sight, out of mind.
Okay, so I could put a Hunger of Hadar right here. Nah, I think I'd rather have people who are grouped up better. So instead, we are just going to Eldritch Blast across the way. Okay. And let's get Astarion into the fight also. And send off a sneak attack shot. Okay. One more shot. Let's remember to reapply Hunter's Mark. It doesn't particularly matter on who. Let's do it on Gish Farag. And then finally, our Dread Ambusher shot. Perfect. And then I'll just have him back up a little bit.
Yes, here.
I will ascend.
Okay, so Lae'zel is going to jump forward and start smacking. Perfect Booming Blade for quite a bit of damage. And her next attack sadly misses. Will is going to... Yeah, he'll just send down a healing word onto Lae'zel, why not? The Raider does a trip attack on Lae'zel that misses. And then just a ranged attack that hits for 6 damage. An attack misses Lae'zel and misses again. Luna is going to Crushing Flight. Perfect. Oh, heck yeah! And she is going to smack the Gish Farag and kill them. Warrior Eric. Critical hit takes them way out. Holy crap, Luna. And then she is just going to crowd... Well, she won't be able to move too far. So she can't exactly move, so she'll just stay here. Ardent Linan does a Psychic Rend on Luna, and then Misty steps up to the high ground. Warrior Kunaruth stands up and tries a disarming attack, but Lae'zel is going to shield that. Then he attacks Luna for 17 damage. Lae'zel does a Booming Blade. Perfect. And then another smack for a critical hit, although he does parry that. But she does have another attack in her arsenal. Unfortunately, she misses that. Astarion
Over here.
is going to reapply his Hunter's Mark onto Raider Agurag and just send down a couple of shots for 16 damage and 18 damage. Great job from Astarion.
Battle favors the fearless.
Will, I don't think he can jump across, sadly. So he is going to reapply a Strength Hex onto Raider Aurag and send down some Eldritch Blasts. Perfect.
Where do I go from here?
I will have Luna do a Crushing Flight to the upper ledge, knocking them prone. Perfect. And smack. And smack. The warrior misses a shot at Lae'zel, misses... Oh no, so we see the reverberation knocking them prone. That was really exciting. She smacks, and the combat is done. I will finally have Luna drop her wild shape as she loots all of the bodies up here. Let's grab some apples, because, you know, camp supplies are always nice. What do the boys have on their ledge?
Someone there.
We have a stew. And some ale. Grilled pork leg. Whalebone spiced. Some more ale.
This.
And a book. Some sort of key. Another book. Feel free to pause if you want to read it. I wonder if this key will unlock... well, first let's read this other book, How to Track an Illithid. Alright, perfect. So, of the many keys that we've picked up, one of them worked. We'll have Astarion just loot all of the bodies down here. Ring of Arcane Synergy. When you deal damage with a cantrip, you gain Arcane Synergy for 2 turns. What is that? Not really useful for my spellcasters. There's so much loot from the Githyanki Crèche. It's so exciting. Like, the loot goblin in me is just loves this place so much. Really, that encumbered you? Send all that crap to camp. And I'll send 2 of these to Will. And he's encumbered again. Send to Will. Send to Will. Yep, and Will seems to be fine. Bloodied note here next to a skeleton. Okay. Then again, that tiefling that we saw on the road to the mountain pass.
Eager for battle.
Okay, so I think everything is good in that regard. Let's go ahead and have the ladies hop down. Oh, you're really gonna take 7 damage? That's fine.
What to do?
Please don't tell me Lae'zel just hopped back up there. Oh my god.
Eager for battle.
Lae'zel! I swear. You deserve this.
Is that blood?
Okay, so I'm pretty sure everybody in the Crèche is almost dead. Let me just try and heal up some of the more idiotic members of my party. Lae'zel, come here. Oh, let me swap her necklace.
Indolence breeds madness. Let's move.
Yeah, because Luna exists mostly in her wild shape, so she doesn't particularly need any of these spell slots. Okay, that'll be good enough. She is just going to go back into her owlbear form. So I think there should just be one more combat in that classroom, and then we'll be good to go. Because again, I'm not going to bother with the hatchery, because I don't need to steal the egg or anything, so I'm honestly just going to let them go. But we will battle all of the classroom. Alright, so I will start out with Will. No. Don't close the doors. just move into the classroom
Fleet of foot.
and go ahead and cast Hunger of Hadar. Yes, I know it will break my active concentration. That is fine. Lae'zel is going to jump as close to these folks as she can and start swinging. Booming Blade on the Youth Baccarat. And a smack. Yep.
Let's spill some blood.
Astarion will help Will out over here. And he will reapply a Hunter's Mark. Doesn't matter on who. And then he will send out one shot for a critical hit. Send out a second shot. And a third shot. Perfect. 2 kills accredited to Astarion. Mental Instruction. So he can't quite get out of Hunger of Hadar, which is great. Crown of Madness on Lae'zel. Let's Psionic Backlash that. Ooh, Lae'zel has gone mad, so we need to try and break his concentration. But actually, it might be okay, because Lae'zel, Crown of Madness just means she can't tell friend from foe, so she might go after Youth Astil. So that really might be okay. Yeah, Luna is just going to trundle forward
Find a way forward.
and hold her ground. Nice, so taking some damage, dashing out of the Hunger of Hadar. Okay, so she does a Burning Hands on so many people. And then smacks Youth Astil. Astarion is going to take out his weapon, but first he's going to reapply a Hunter's Mark onto Youth Tronin. And he will swing with his weapon. Sadly missing that first swipe. And that second swipe for 14 damage.
This is my time.
I will have Will
No time to
attempt
waste.
to Eldritch Blast, or actually let me turn Repelling Blast back on and see if we can put him back inside of the Hunger of Hadar. Perfect. Mental Instruction. So he still continues to try and get out of Hunger of Hadar. Psychic Rend onto Astarion for 18 damage. Let's get Luna over here. Crushing Flight. Okay, so that took care of him. And he's just cowering in the corner, which is really funny. More folks perishing in Hunger of Hadar. So she's still got Crown of Madness. Great job. What? Why did you run into Hunger of Hadar? Ma'am. Ma'am. Okay. Astarion is going to reapply Hunter's Mark onto Ardent Ralsith. And we'll send out an arrow for 17 damage and send out another arrow for 15 damage. Great job from Astarion.
On the victor's path.
Will is going to scooch over a little bit
Finding my way.
and try and send the Instructor back into the Hunger of Hadar. Yeah. Mental Instruction going off. And then an arrow onto Lae'zel that doesn't hit. The second one hits for 13. Honestly, Luna is just going to stay here and watch the fight.
Best be on my way.
Use this skier, makes it out of Hunger of Hadar. Lae'zel finally gets out. I still don't understand why her AI programming would have sent her in the first place, but oh well. She smacks the youth with a booming blade and smacks again. And then she fires an arrow that hits and sends them reeling. Astarion will pretty much do the same thing. Hunter's Mark. And then a shot. Yes, sneak attack that. And a second shot. Perfect. Will, darling, please. No. Get out of the Hunger of Hadar, you morons. Lae'zel. You have an intelligence of 17. You are the smartest one in this party. Why are you so dumb? Alright, so I will have Lae'zel start looting all of these bodies. Nope, not the whetstone. You have Quinarel.
Best to make camp.
And I think that's pretty much it for the episode. I don't think there's much more to do in the Crèche. I mean, of course, I can raid the hatchery for the egg, but I don't think I'm going to. I respect Lae'zel far too much, and also I think it's kind of gross to steal babies. So we're not going to do that. So that's Luna, and I'm still encumbered. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to just loot the rest of these bodies and then sell off my crap to Lady Esther by the mountain pass, and then in the next episode we will venture on into Act 2. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun fighting my way out of the Crèche. If you did enjoy the episode, leave a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I hope to see you all in the next video, and until then, I hope you have a really great day. Bye bye!